guys, welcome. My name is Max. I'm with Autotop NL and you're watching a POV review of the Tesla Model X P90D with ludicrous mode. I hope you can hear me well. I'm next to a highway and it's quite windy, so bear with me here. We have it in red, which is pretty cool, with just normal aluminium wheels, with blacked out windows. It's a highly anticipated car, one of the most of 2016. I think a lot of people were waiting for this car, and I have to say, you know, this is my personal opinion, it doesn't disappoint. Apart from the range, which I think is still just a bit short, but other than that I think it's really a great car and a very cool car. And there are a lot of things on this car of which I think, why hasn't anyone else done it before, and how the hell did they do it? So let's start by this. I'm just walking up to it and it opens, which is really cool, and it could have been really annoying if it didn't open quickly enough, but it does, so it's really cool. And it closes when I walk away, which is also pretty insane. Now we have the key here, which we can use like any other Tesla. We can click twice on the front and the front trunk or frunk opens, which is pretty big. You even get a bag with it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's quite a lot of space. We can open the rear trunk, and this is a bit disappointing obviously, but we can open this thing. There is a lot of more room, and we can press once here and then again to fold these, and this means it's okay. This is quite nice. You could also bring these two to the front, but you can't fold them all together. So let's put them up. And let's close it. So another thing is these don't auto present anymore, which I think is better. You just click once and the door opens, and you can click again or it will just go because of the wind. One problem I have with this, can you see this? This is not aligned, which is really, I mean, come on guys, hasn't anyone looked at this properly and said, well, this does not align properly? Well, that's a shame. But let's look at the Falcon doors, which you can open by the click of a button, and you can also use the key fob to open and close it. So if I press twice on this side, it will close again. This is seriously cool. I mean, the fact that they just did this is insane. And it's even quite practical. You know, people were complaining about the fact that they open like this and that it's not really practical, but getting in is a lot easier now, because you don't need your hands. You just step into the car, and then you can use this button to close it. It does take a while. So pretty cool. And we have a little window here, which is also nice, and it's really spacious in here. We have the 2 seats set up in here, but you can also get a 3 seat with another one here. But this means that there's a lot of space around here, and you can just switch to the back. And well, if I sit here, maybe I can. No, this is really too small for me, but I can really chill here and lounge, and it's quite far to the driver. But I have one problem with these seats, with both these and these. They are all heated. Every seat is heated, which is pretty cool in itself. But there is no button for me here. So if I want my What's this? If I want my seats heated, I have to shout to the driver or to the passenger, the co-driver, to put on my heated seats, which is ridiculous. I mean, come on, couldn't they have put a switch over here or somewhere? This is really ridiculous. I have to ask every time if I want it hotter or colder or on or off. Come on, guys, that's not really cool. What is cool is this USB port here, these two right here, cup holders in the back, which is new. The Model S doesn't have those. I mean, you can really just crawl around in here, which is really cool. So let me open the door. And when we get in, we can just press the brake pedal to close the door. We can pull this lever, or we can use the buttons here. You don't have to switch it on or something, just put it in D and you're good to go. Now, this windshield is also somewhat of a party trick of the Model X. I absolutely love it. I think it's really, really cool. I think this is really ugly, but you know, they have to, I think there's some sensors in here or something, so it has to be there, but yeah. Would be cool if this was just one piece. It's actually the biggest piece of glass ever fitted to a production car, so that's also pretty nice. And so yeah, let's go for a drive. Driving the Model X is just like driving a very large Model S. The interior is the same, or practically the same. It's a bit bigger, this is a bit larger. As I said, to get the interior space this car has and the 3 seating rows, they just moved the entire cabin to the front, which means you do have a shorter bonnet, but the interior space is really, really nice. Obviously we have the incredibly large window up here, which is tinted from right about here up to here, which should prevent blinding from the sun and well, heating up. I did hear from Martijn earlier that some people were struggling with this part, that it wasn't blinded enough, so they were still struggling with the sun. So maybe that's a point of attention for Tesla for a facelift or something. What I do like are these visors, which are magnetically connected over there, and you can control this, and you can even use the mirror, which is really pretty cool. So let me engage autopilot, and we have some more. So everything is the same. This is now standard in the Model X, the center console with the big compartments. We have some really nice beige leather. These compartments are new as well. In the Tesla Model S, it's just one big lump of plastic and no storage space, so that's pretty nice. In the menus, nothing has changed. We don't have the newest version of the software here because there have been some changes in both design, and you can now get these things out of the way if you're using the map and stuff. So this is the previous version, but we do have ventilated seats and heated, of course, and the same menu for everything. I can control the doors as I showed you before, the seats, the suspension, air suspension, the ride height is controllable as well, like we know from the Model S. And this is, everything is the same. It still works really well. And I can control the settings. There have been a couple of settings added to this menu because now you have the auto present doors instead of the handles. So I can set here the configuration for the door. So do I want the doors to lock and close when I walk away, and to open when I walk to the door. So that's new. So that's it, I think. Of course, the Tesla Model X is a lot bigger than the S, which means that Martijn is sitting right here, very comfortably in the second row. And then we have the last one, which is, well, Martijn is sitting pretty comfortably, actually.
It's not that bad.
Better than me, obviously. So yeah, that's driving the Model X. I think the hand...
No, it's not. It's a P90D.
So the P90D means that you have crazy power every time you floor it. So I'm going to try to get a bit of room here. And there we go. So it's noticeably slower than the Model S, obviously. This weighs, I think it's like 2250 kilograms or 5,500 pounds. So that is a heavy car. Even more impressive that it accelerates to 100 kph in like 3.4 seconds, which is crazy. Okay, so that was it for this POV review of the Tesla Model X P90D. I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you at the next one.